All right,
What
we're back
happened
for
here?
episode 69 of the Idiot Circle. I'm Mike.
I'm Ruth.
Nobody else?
Anybody else?
Fred's frozen, so I'm Tim.
No,
Oh, come on.
Rob's pretending like he's frozen. He's not going to say it.
You're not going to say it, Rob?
The czar.
There it is.
All right.
You're fucking bizarre.
The czar.
You gotta get a new joke, Fred. That's all.
It
Well,
is
so is the czar. So I mean, hey, touche, motherfucker.
I am the czar.
Rob, I'm having a hard time. I got my bad eyes. What gear are you got on there? What is that? Is that
That is the Notre Dame Fighting
Oh.
Irish.
the Notre Dame University.
Yeah, there's no
The world
Ohio State
famous
UT.
Notre Dame?
Yep, the only school that doesn't have a liberal committee and school board,
Right.
according to Rob.
What,
no,
Ruth?
no
No
sports.
Okay,
Ruth's on. You
Sorry,
can't
Ruth.
talk sports.
sorry,
Ruth.
sorry, Ruth. Love you.
It's
Ruth.
all right.
Ruth's on.
That's right, damn it. All right, you want to start with questions or some
Of
facts about
course.
69?
Of course. Let's hit it.
Okay, well.
Lay it on us, woman.
All right, I'm going to give you questions and then I'm going to give you something that happened to me too. Have
Okay.
you ever had something before, during, or after sex that you and your partner couldn't stop laughing about?
Jeez.
Oh man.
All right, while you guys think, I'll tell you mine.
Well,
Okay.
okay.
Well, we lived with my mom and dad's and we were upstairs and my son was to bed and mom and dad were to bed and we decided to mess around. Well, you know those big like 6-wick candles?
Oh,
Well, I
yeah.
had one of them on the head of the bed in a big heavy glass thing. We had it lit. And I'm on top and we're going at it. And that thing fell and hit my husband right in the head. And wax just everywhere in the whole bedroom. And I stopped to ask him if he's okay. And he's yelling at me, "Don't stop, I'm almost there." When we got done, we couldn't fucking stop laughing. And I'm like, "Why are you yelling at me?" I was trying to make sure you were all right.
Yeah, you went all
A little
body of evidence with Madonna and William Dafoe.
Oh, it was terrible. I thought he broke his head, you know? Oh, it was bad.
Which one?
Literally. Yeah.
Which one?
Both.
The top one.
Okay.
The other one I was using.
I didn't explain that to the law. Well, the candle fell on his head and he knocked himself out.
No,
And
not
he's going
that.
through
He didn't knock himself out
convulsions,
either.
but for some reason he just told me not to stop.
He did. He yells at me, "Don't stop."
Yikes.
Hmm.
How are you going to
Hey,
top
so-
that one, guys?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say showstopper special when the kids are young and the little feet come running through the house and tickle your feet. That'd be about my worst nightmare right there.
They tickled your feet during the act.
Oh hell!
Dad,
I
whoa.
had a blanket over him, eating me out, and playing peekaboo with my son at the same time.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
They're brazen.
Showstopper special.
Yeah. Did it go?
Come
Like
on, you
that,
guys got
Tim?
some stories. I'm sure of it.
I think I talked about this on the show.
Did I hear that? Did I hear what I heard? Hi mom, hi dad. Ooh, hi. So yeah.
What do you do when they tickle your feet in a moment like that, Tim?
Yeah, it's like
Honey, how are you doing that right now when you're doing, oh, wait a minute, it's the kids.
Daddy,
Oh,
stop beating
God.
up mommy.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yep. Showstopper
So
special.
mommy kissing sand.
So I think I talked
Wardo,
about this on the
Fred.
show one time.
Bravo, let's go.
Yeah. Tim, shut the fuck up.
Here we go again.
I love it. Love
In my early 20s, me and my girlfriend lived with her father, and he was a guard in Orange County for the jail. So he worked these crazy hours. He worked all different types of hours. And we were in our room, ironically, 69ing.
Oh, boy.
And he came in the house and he was calling for her. Her name was Christy. And we
boy.
were in like the middle of it. We didn't think he would walk in the door. We thought the door was locked, and he walked right in on a 60/90.
Ooh.
You
I
didn't
think my
laugh
mom
about
and dad would
that,
have been
did you?
like, this,
Oh yeah.
Kenny, what you
Well,
doing?
no, not at the moment.
Yeah.
But I laugh about it almost every night since. I think about it. Like, oh, that was, oh my God, I can't believe it. So
Well, you didn't answer. You sounded muffled. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yikes.
Well, I was at my house, and I was with my girlfriend at the time, and it was morning time, and we rolled over, looked at each other, and went, mm-hmm.
Little
So-
morning ride.
Yeah.
when
So
you say girlfriend in house, is it the girl from the winner circle?
so needless to say, she's facing the wall, and I'm getting ready to get inside and behind her, and all of a sudden
Get inside.
and next thing you know,
It's official. I
I'm
don't
just,
want.
just right there, and my mom walks in,
Oh,
and I
this was
dive back.
Kiki's house. Were you in the
Yeah.
bedroom?
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my God, that's hilarious.
And I dove to my side of the bed, and I headbutted the wall.
Now I know why she always
she's still
referred to
standing
us
there
as
like-
you little fuckers.
She grab the yardstick and say, "I'll show you a good move, you fucker."
Finger Freddy. Finger, you little fuckers.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Remember?
Yeah.
You little fuck. I'll kill every one of you.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So needless to say, we laughed about that. My girlfriend at the time was a little bit mortified at but
Well,
she got over it real quick, as after my mom shut the door, we just finished up. But my head hurt,
then
man,
you had
because
to
I
go
mean,
face your mom.
Wasn't there one? Wasn't there one at one time or another, Fred, where Chuck came in to get the laundry
Yes.
bath? Same thing. Gave you the thumbs up.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yep.
on the last show. I think Ruth was on. He
Yep.
talked
Yep,
about
yep.
that.
Yep.
He
They have
walked
locks on
in.
doors, Fred. I don't know
Well,
if you knew that, but
I thought it was locked, but my door is kind of wonky, and
Keyword thought.
she was on top, and I all of a sudden I see the door open. I'm like this, thinking, oh my God, it's my mom and it's my dad. He's got some laundry, and he puts it right there, and then he looks up and he goes,
Oh,
That would have been
God.
something my dad
Right.
would have done. Yeah.
Fred, you would like this. In California, I had this black girl over. She was in my room, and we were at Bruce and my mom's house, and she's like, I got to use the restroom. And I kind of snuck her in there in the first place. I'm like, well, it's down the hall, but be very quiet. So she goes out there. I hear voices. She runs into Bruce in the hallway, and she comes back, and I'm like, what happened? She goes, I don't know. I was talking to some guy in the hallway. I'm like, oh, that's my stepdad. And the next morning he said, if your mother would have saw that, she would kill you.
all right, Mikey.
So I think I mentioned that the funniest moment for me. I've mentioned it before, but Tammy and I were on our honeymoon, and we
Yeah, in
went
the hot
to in the hot tub. Yeah, we got busted by the people that own the place.
So what? You paid for
Jesus
it.
Christ, this is it's our honeymoon. Get the fuck out.
That's
Yeah,
right.
so that was a little awkward, but we laughed about it. So
All right. See, have you ever had or went to a fun party, with the sex items? If you did anything happen to make you laugh?
Are you talking about like a toy party?
Yeah. My
No,
husband
we
and
had-
we had all kinds of them, and we would have couples
They're good.
because
They're fun.
couples spend way more money.
Wait.
Right. That's true, because we went to Tim and Jamie's party at their house.
They
Yeah.
spend
And
way more money.
and let me just tell you, watching Nancy's face
Fred, don't
was
you remember?
was where hey, I said, Tim, go get some popcorn because I'm just enjoying this the way she's like she didn't even know, she didn't even know what to do. Then she ended up buying some stuff. So that was even
You
more
would tell
funny.
what she bought.
Well, I know she bought some she bought some handcuffs. Well, that's
Rob already had them.
and,
Long time ago.
and obviously
Long
you know,
time ago.
some of the standard stuff, you know, whatever.
Do tell. What does Nancy have to say on the topic?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
the funny
it's trust me, it's something that she would not want to talk about, and she'd probably go to church and go to confession over it.
Yeah, well,
I don't know who in the world it was, but they walked up to the lady
if he
and
didn't want us to do these things, he wouldn't have had us.
yeah,
Hmm.
it was, you know, that person that does those, you know, they got to have a sense of humor or whatever. Somebody
right.
walked
Oh,
up to
you
my party
think?
and they grabbed this big old white one and
Oh, white one.
walked up and said, "Do you have this in black?"
Was it the ones you could stick to your refrigerator in that?
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Okay, can we get a little bit more realistic? Can we get more realistic? Can you make this one black?
Yeah. Oh my God. I fell on the floor, dude. I was just like, oh my God.
Well, because obviously everybody's like, it's so awkward that everybody's there and everybody's kind of looking, waiting for someone to say something or do something weird.
Well,
You know,
Did it.
might as well-
Ours is
you know,
my friends
you're
and
sitting-
family,
yeah.
and we just have a good time.
is
Oh, yeah,
when
it's
you
one of those things. It's one of those things where you're waiting for someone to say, "Hey, is there a room that we can try some of this stuff out?"
yeah. You gotta
No, they all know better.
mine was, hey, do you got a test lab?
Oh yeah.
But what, you know, years ago when they first did them, everything came to your house and then you distribute it, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Then they secretly said, okay, no one will know what you ordered. It'll just come to your house.
But
Well,
what she would do is go in the bed in like a private room, and each couple would go in and order what they wanted. So
Correct.
nobody knew what each other got.
Right. Yeah. Except when you got the UPS guy walking up to your door and they're going,
Well,
It come in a brown box. It's all neutral. It doesn't say
Yeah.
anything about what's
I
in
know.
it. See, I've had plenty of them.
well, I got a slight confession. It happened
Uh-oh.
recently.
Oh boy.
On my trip to New Orleans, I had put in a sex toy to surprise my gal.
Oh my
And,
God.
and my intent was when she came to my house, I was going to sneak it in her bag because we were going through TSA.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I
love it.
realized when we got through the line of TSA to put stuff on the belt that I had forgot to switch the items.
Oh Lord.
The item. It went through the belt. And the two guys back there were laughing.
That's a good one.
That's a good one though.
But I was able to sneak it into her luggage on the way back. You know.
That's
I'm sure
funny.
she really appreciated that. Now
Oh,
that's
yeah.
why she's the ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you one of mine. We were living in the trailer court. We just had a small one. It was my mom and dad because they were like kind of like me. That's where I got it from, I guess. Robin and Steve and my sister and her boyfriend at the time, which was Dwight Hughes. And we were playing this game where you had to pass the double-ended black dong between your knees to the next person, and whoever dropped it was out.
This is a family event.
It ended
Just
up
like at
being,
Thanksgiving.
hey, you win a
Is it-
free gift, dude.
Hey,
You want
did-
free gifts. That shit's expensive.
Most
did you
people
live
just
in
pay
did you live in
euchre.
Kentucky during the time to make it legal?
I don't know. Anyways, it got to Joanne's boyfriend Dwight and my mom. And he's like, oh hell no, I'll just hand it to you. You win. Well, then, you know, they do all the creams and lotions. You get to taste test them all. Well, we're doing that, you know.
Test them all.
Well, yeah, because you know, there's different flavors and you get to taste. They put a little bit on each, you know, on your finger. You test them.
On the end of what?
They put anal ease on my dad's finger.
Okay.
What? Anal what?
My mom and dad had never been to one of these, and my mom and dad is priceless. They're a riot to be around. And before I could say anything, he went like this, and I'm like, "Oh, Dad, spit it out. It's for your asshole." I can't feel my tongue. I live on them.
Uh,
The whole house was dying. We couldn't stop laughing. Even the lady that was doing the party was just hysterical. She's never seen anybody do that.
Oh,
We're going
that's
to new
hilarious.
depths on this show. The 69. This is no longer a family show, right? This is-
When
Never
Ruth is on,
was.
it is not.
yeah, that's true.
Well, the good news is there's only 169 and not the rest of the way, so I think we can get this one out of the way.
Yeah.
Well, when you get to 169.
you go.
Oop, yeah, oof.
Oh, come on. I'm fun and you know it.
We love you. We love you.
I love you guys too. All right, let's see.
Well, Mike, did you say anything?
Nah, I've never been to one of those parties.
You've never been to one of those.
Never?
What is wrong with
You
you?
and Tammy never went to one.
No,
The girls haven't had one at your house, and you just so casually
No.
stroll by the living room.
no,
No.
no. Tim, that's what's wrong with me. Jesus Christ. Hello.
We've had some big ones though. We've had where there was 30.
That's
Oh,
what
pun
she
intended.
said.
No, I'm sure there were some big ones.
And,
That's what
and-
she
and
said.
we partied hard. The girl didn't show up, so I'm trying to call the place. You know, the lady's supposed to be here. I got 30 couples, a half barrel of beer. We're all partying, eating, you waiting. So I'm calling this number on the back of the book, and my boss was there. We were friends, Tina, and we got some sex line. Oh my God, that was the most expensive phone call because we couldn't stop laughing listening to it. So
Oh my
finally we
God.
get a hold of the company, and the lady couldn't come, but they couldn't send no one else. So they're like, well, we'll give you half off and we'll give everybody else 10% off. I'm like, no, that's not enough. I want 75% off and everybody else gets half off. Oh my God, I sold so much stuff that night. I had a toy box that was huge, filled with that shit, because I got everything 75% off.
Ruth,
But my phone bill
you're
come
a
in for, like-
salesman of the century then, because at that point you should have you found your calling. You should have started your own little group of you could have been your own little salesman and made some
Yeah,
major bucks.
no, I couldn't
Dude,
even
you
do
wanna
that.
go
I have more
on
fun
the-
being at that.
You want to go around the panel here and guess what idiot would buy what at a sex party? They want-
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying you. Do you want to go around and
Okay, sure, why not? What would you buy, Rob?
No, you have to
Oh,
tell
you're
us
supposed
what
to
you
guess.
think we buy.
No,
What do you mean no?
I have to sell you something.
Yeah, like what would you try to sell Tim at? You saw Tim at the sex party. He's a little uncomfortable, right? He's probably a little not drinking his beer, a little nervous. You
This is
walk up,
Tim we're
what's your
talking
sales
about.
pitch?
Not drinking beer? Come on.
Yeah, what's your sales pitch, Ruth? What would you say? Well, he's
Tell him
nervous,
so-
right?
Well, it
since
depends who
he's
with.
since he's 5'8", sell him some fuck me pumps.
You can get hurt in those though.
Yeah.
That was my next one. What would I sell them? I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff. You kind of got to know like what his partner
What do
would
you
like
sell?
and not like,
Body guy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe,
or does he
Tim like
want
to
something
wear,
himself?
maybe Tim likes to wear lingerie himself. Like what would
Well,
fit?
then they have
Find something?
lingerie. I could sell them lingerie.
Yeah.
They ain't
Oh my God,
making
the show-
lingerie big enough for us.
You should be surprised how big they make it.
That'd be a
Oh
little
my
hard.
God, this show is off the rails already.
think
I
that
didn't go
Ruthie-
there.
Ruthie, I think lingerie would be a little hard on the eyes.
Yeah, a little bit. But that's your
Well,
wife's problem, not
yeah.
mine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she might gouge your
Is it-
eyes out.
yeah, because I already donated
Well,
my
if
body
it's
to
just
science
him, I would
fiction.
maybe a flat fleshlight.
Ooh,
A flashlight.
Yeah.
It looks just like a flashlight. Nobody would know.
be like ET all over again with a lighted finger.
Oh, what are you doing? I'm going home. I'm going home.
Her eyeballs light up. Oh,
Okay.
All right, what else you got, Ruthie?
All right. Have you ever tried to be romantic with your partner or girlfriends and it all goes ass backwards?
Well, let's let's
Yeah.
Every other day.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pretty
now
ca-
come on.
Tim?
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody's been there probably. I mean, they fall asleep or they.
I know, but what'd
Fall
you do? Like,
asleep.
what did you try to do? What happened? I mean, how did you got a hot wife? How in the hell did you do that? Tell us.
Well, I definitely outkicked my coverage. I know that.
Yeah, but how did you do it? I mean, you must have put on the A game
Well,
or a Chantilly Lacey thing. I don't
it
know.
was on. I guess
A Dickie.
I lived on the road so long, we never seen each other. I guess that's a plus at one point or another.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I got to think about it. Somebody else go. I got to think about this one.
Something
I'll
like
tell you
that.
one.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ruthie.
We're upstairs with my mom and dad's. We decided to have a romantic night. We had a big bottle of wine that somebody had given us, so we decided to drink the wine. So I went downstairs, and at my mom and dad's house, they had china cabinet, you know, and anything that had a hole at the top had stuff put in it. So I took out the wine glasses. Now it's dark. I don't want to wake nobody up. So I go over and I wash them out in the sink, and I go upstairs, and it's dark, and we pour the wine. We start drinking our wine, and he starts spitting in the glass.
Oh,
What are you doing? There's no seeds in wine. He's like, honey, there's thumbtacks in it. I
whoops.
didn't do it once. I did it twice. And then I
Whoop.
did it to his dad at a graduation party.
You trying to kill him?
Well, that's what he thought. But yeah, after
Ruth, that
that,
was
we
a-
just bought a
Ruth.
jug of wine and put it between us
How
and
about-
drank out of that.
Ruth,
That
was a-
that was a
romantic.
tacky move, Ruth.
It was a very tacky move. Twice.
Talk about pissing razor blades. You're pissing thumbtacks.
Well, he didn't swallow any, but I'm like, there's no pits in wine. What are you doing?
Jesus. He swallows those, he's shooting blanks.
That would have been okay too.
Oh.
We got enough.
Whoa. All right, Rob.
You know, I think like back when you were younger and you thought you were suave and you bought a girl some, you know, get wine and flowers. You bought Boone's Farm and some daisies from the grocery store.
Oh, I
and
gotta go.
something like that. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
I got a good one.
okay, go.
All right.
So I was dating a girl and I went to a concert and like you say, Robbo, you know, I think I had my brother buy us a bunch of stuff because I think I was too young to even do that. I went to my first concert ever at Joe Louis Arena. Good time. Drove the Red Rocket down there. Got down there, drank, you know, had a good time, come back, went and partied with some friends. I think we were in Roomnap's car or something, and it all backfired and she got hammered and puked up the car, and I had to all down the side of his car. He came over the next day, mad at a Hornet. I had to clean his whole car out. And very good. Was not good. Was not good. It kind of backfired
Try,
on me.
you know, sometimes it just goes ass backwards.
It was not good.
I used to wear heels all the time, and my poor husband got hurt every time. So we just quit being romantic. We just go for it.
The heels. It's the heels, Ruthie. It's the heels.
Yeah, well, not no more.
No more
Amen.
heels.
No more heels. He gets hurt.
We don't want
When did you give up
If the-
wearing heels?
no difficulty.
Me?
Tim.
No, Tim.
Tim. I was gonna say which one.
Me wearing heels? Hell no. I can barely walk, let alone that. That really hurt my knees.
That'd be
didn't
a
wear 'em
sight
with
to
your-
see.
Negligee?
No, I told you that was a visual overload.
I'll tell you another one.
Hey,
We were
hey,
on our
Greg,
honeymoon. We went
let's
up to
get
the
into the
UP.
program here. Spit it out. Let's go.
We went up to the UP. My girlfriends had bought me negligees for my bachelorette party. One of them was like all these strings, and that's the one I took. Okay, now mind you, I'm Polish and I am not coordinated.
What do you mean
So-
strings? There was no cloth. It was just
There was
string?
cloth like for here and at the bottom, but the rest was like strings, like they just wrapped around. So I go in the bathroom and I do my hair and put my makeup on and that, and I'm trying to put this stupid thing on. And I am all twisted up like this in it. It's everywhere. My legs, I'm on the bathroom floor dying laughing. He's yelling, hurry up. What are you doing in there? I'm like, I'm trying to put this negligee on. Just give me a minute. Needless to say, threw it in the trash an hour and a half later and then said, let's go. We're done with that.
We're done.
This is it.
Love it. Love it. All right, who's up? Fred, Graybeard, something. Let's go.
You're great.
I got nothing. I've been thinking, but I got nothing.
Great beard. Are you
Um,
even romantic? If we asked Tammy, is Mike romantic? What do you think she would say, Mike?
Probably she'd probably say no.
Yeah. I mean, like romantic, being romantic for you is coming home with like what, Mike? What would you bring home to be romantic with Tammy? What would you bring home?
If I was gonna be romantic, I'd probably make her dinner and stuff. I
Oh,
wouldn't be bringing home anything.
no, nothing like flowers, champagne.
Well, yeah, I
You've
mean
been
that would be
married
part
too
of
long for
dinner.
that.
Oh,
That'd be
that'd be
part
part
of
of
dinner.
dinner.
Yeah,
Okay.
I bring flowers home once in a while.
Do you?
So, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's nice of you.
Not from Kroger though, right?
Well, no, from flower shop.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Or send them Sweet Tooth. That helps every once in a while too.
yeah. Well, I remember one time that I cooked dinner for my girlfriend and we were eating, and I took a bite out of a piece of bread and she asked me a question, and as soon as I took a deep breath to answer, I choked on the piece of bread and I coughed it out and hit her right in the middle of the forehead.
It's good.
Projectile.
Yeah,
Love it.
shot from the grassy
Girl.
knoll.
Same
Love
girl that Kiki walked in on him, so it wasn't the only white thing that hit her in the forehead.
Oh.
That was good, Fred.
Yep, shot her from the grassy knoll.
Love it.
All right, I gotta ask Tim a question if he remembers this. I asked Fred if he remembered, but he said he wasn't sure. Do you remember Mrs. Drew,
I do.
our
Bev,
math class? And you
Bev.
sat next, you and I sat next to each other, and then there was
Yep.
Freddie, and Donnie Lippa sat behind me,
Bev.
and you guys always were cheating off me.
Yeah, because we were
Yeah.
dumb.
That sounds right. That sounds right.
What do you
Yeah.
mean
Okay,
we're
well-
dumb, Tim?
Mrs. Drew come
Sorry.
over. I asked her a question. She come over and she was bent over my desk. And do you remember this?
Go
Tim?
ahead. I was trying to flip Wardo off for calling me a dummy.
She was bent over my desk, and Tim stuck his tongue out and that behind her, and she stepped backwards, and it left his tongue print. And he's doing like one of these gags.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Fred
On
and
her
Donnie
ass?
Lippa were fucking hysterical, and I'm trying not to
Back up.
laugh because she is standing over my desk trying to show me how to do this. Oh
Wait,
my
wait,
God.
wait. His
What's
tongue touched what?
Her ass.
That
It's that
One
big.
of tongue mark too. And when she walked away, that was it. None of us could hold it in anymore. We just die and laugh. He's gagging. We were cracking up.
Remember?
Tim?
Didn't she get mad at us?
Well, yeah,
Of course she,
because-
of course she.
On the
not,
daily.
not that
Are
time.
you serious?
Tim,
Not
On
that
the
time.
daily basis.
No,
Dude,
not
there
that
were so
time.
many
We-
times that I got an A on those tests, and I had so many -5s. I ended up with a C+.
Tim,
She
now
got
was
mad
that
at
the
us because she told us to stay in our seats. She was going to the principal's office for something.
Oh yeah.
We all climbed out the windows and hid alongside the school.
Oh, that's right.
She
Yes.
come back and none of us were in class. She couldn't
Oh,
find
she.
us. So
No,
she
she-
went down to get the principal. We all climbed back in and sat at our desk doing our work.
Yeah, we've been here the whole time. I remember that.
Yeah. And she's like, well, you weren't in here a few minutes ago. We're all like, yeah, we were. What are you talking about? And the principal's looking at her like she's lost her marbles,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah. She got mad at us for that, but we
yeah.
deserved it.
Hey Tim, was that the first time you orally pleasured some woman?
Oh God.
Oh God, no.
I was an
Yeah.
Oriental.
She had a smile on her face.
Oriental.
Oh,
More tea. More tea.
You know,
And it went straight up her ass.
where's Brock?
Ruthie. Ruthie.
Yeah.
Ruthie. We never really thank you for getting us through that class. By the way, we appreciate.
Not a
Yeah.
problem. Not a problem. I was
That's
good
why
at
we
math.
love you. That's why we love you.
The only
Yeah,
thing
I'm
that
good at
sounded
math.
real about that story, Mike, was those two cheating off of her.
Oh, it was
Eh.
100%.
The whole thing was true.
No,
I mean,
no,
oh my
yeah.
God, we died.
well, Mike and I had
look over like that, and she'd slide her paper over, and I'd look and just glance, and off we go.
Mike and I had Bev another year, and Mike would go, ahem, ahem, ahem. Hey Bev, that's Mrs. Drew. So, oh, okay, Bev.
Well, I don't know how you
Yeah.
guys didn't get it. All we ever did was take notes. for
Yeah.
hours.
Oh,
Sometimes you
talk-
just can't fix it.
I used to cheat at the bingo every time. She never figured it out. Like
Yeah.
she would give the problem, and obviously you got bingo cards or whatever, right? And I would just write in the answers to the problems as we went along. So I had bingo like in the first 5 questions. I'd bingo. She'd be like, "What?" I read them off. Next round comes around, bingo. Like I would win every time. She couldn't figure out that I was writing the numbers in as we went along. She was that stupid.
yeah.
And none of us can figure that out.
Yeah, nobody else figured it out either.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the whole
I don't
class
think
was
you were
saying,
in
"Hey,
the
why
same-
is he always winning?"
I don't think Mike was in our class at that time.
No.
No, I didn't think so.
No, that was a fun class.
We had a lot of fun.
Hey, what subject did she teach? I don't remember.
It was
Math.
it
Math.
was an algebra or something. No,
It was
Oh,
algebra.
it was like
yeah.
the negatives and the positives and
Yeah,
the
That's
all
eight.
that
algebra.
fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder I was cheating. I can't even do
I think
If
it
I
was algebra 1. I don't think it was anything hard.
No, it wasn't. But for Tim, it was difficult.
And like I
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
she gave notes for like the
She
whole
must be
hour.
speaking Mandarin Chinese.
Yeah, no shit. China 101. China.
China.
Well, I took French for 2 years,
China.
and the teacher told me never to go to France because I'll never learn it. I couldn't speak it.
Don't go to
I could
France.
write it. I could spell everything. I could not speak it.
Hey, what's that subject? Trigonometry, right? Did you ever
Yeah,
get-
Trig.
Ugh.
took it in
Why are we
college?
talking about math? Oh my god.
Tim, you took
I loved math.
trigonometry?
If you fuckers would let me finish the goddamn story, quit cutting me off. Listen, I was in a class. This is hilarious. So I walk in this
So hey
class.
Mike, how was your weekend?
Hey, you tell your story. We'll judge whether or not it's hilarious. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm coaching at Macomb, so I'm getting everything paid for. So I take this class. They go, you got to take trig. You got to have it. You got to do it. You'll be fine. I go in this class. Everybody starts pulling out these $100 whatever they are, those little computers that you
Calculators.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
called a calculator.
Those little computers.
I'm like looking around. I'm like, the hell's this, right?
They all pulling out them fancy machines. I don't know what they were.
They were fancy machines back then.
They had buttons and screens and batteries.
Problems. He's like, well, we're gonna jump right into it today. We're gonna try and do this. We're gonna do a little quiz at the end of the thing. I look around. Everybody's got them. I stand up, walk to the back of the class. The guy goes, "Young man, where are you going?" I said, "I'm dropping this shit." He goes, "You'll regret dropping this." I said, "No, I won't, because I won't do this." And walked
Yeah,
out the
you didn't do well in algebra. You couldn't have done trig, that's for sure.
door. No, I was way over my head.
You're right. It was
Damn.
hilarious. But the funniest part was they had these fancy computer things.
Tim,
And I can't remember what the name of they were. I think they were
Well,
it was called
so
a
you know
Texas Instrument.
I just didn't
Oh,
read
it's
the
calculator,
class
dumbass.
You gotta get your book. You gotta get this.
how difficult was it for you to understand this?
It's so
was
difficult.
terrible.
It still says iPhone Tim on it.
All I remember is this Texas
Oh, yeah.
Instruments. It was bad.
Oh
Oh,
God, that was
God.
funny,
I
Tim.
didn't
Nice
have the
job.
book. I didn't
Oh
have the
my
book. I walked out. See you later.
Wait, you you signed up for this class. You didn't have a
Yep.
book. You
Nope.
didn't have one of those fancy computer things.
No,
Did you have a notebook and a pen at least?
I did. I had my backpack.
Of course he did. Why do you think he keeps notes in the show?
I had my backpack with no books in it. What a fucking idiot.
It was
yeah,
funny.
he had a backpack, but it has baseball glove and
Yeah,
and
I had my
some-
rosin in there. I had
some
some
seeds.
tape.
Did we even have backpacks? All I remember is carrying my damn books.
Listen,
and
Well,
Tim-
sorry,
Tim's
but
first trip
Yeah.
to
I signed my contract about probably 2 months later, so I was okay.
In crayon.
Yeah. Braille.
Just put an
Tim's-
X. Sign your name.
San-
X.
yeah,
Tim's first
Sanskrit.
Tim's first trip to Texas, he's like, So where are the instruments?
It was horrible. It was horrible, dude. And I still laugh today because that instructor's like, "You'll regret dropping this class. You'll never make it." I said, "Yeah, I will. See you later, pal."
Well, they
outta
told
here.
Tim you got to bring in a Texas instrument, so he brought in a guitar to class.
A guitar. Yeah.
Well, then the next year he went back and they said, "Son, do you have an apple?" And he brought in an apple.
With a bite out of it.
A piece of fruit.
Yeah, yes, sir, I do. It's a Macintosh.
It was horrible, dude.
Macintosh.
Everybody bring their computer.
That was at Center
So-
Campus too.
Yeah, here he comes with a dolly with an old TV and a Commodore 64 attached to it.
It was bad. It was bad. Okay,
Yeah, I'm
go
just
on, to,
playing Pong.
go on to somebody else. Some of you retards.
Some of you read.
Oh.
We
I don't
knew
even
that was a
remember was there even a
calculator.
question?
Fred,
or
you
we were
didn't
just-
want him
yeah.
on the show.
Yeah, Fred didn't. I think it had something to
Get
do with a
over
wedding or
yourselves.
something. I don't know.
Okay, let's not go to the wedding.
Oh, it always is back to the wedding.
Hey,
No,
thanks, Ruth, for keeping the show in order.
I'm trying. They don't listen. You said they didn't.
Okay, everybody, behave.
Well, that's boring.
Yeah, that sucks. It's time to end the show.
We didn't
All right,
even
let's go.
behave in school.
Hell no. Question.
shut up,
you
Tim.
got another question?
Yeah. All right. What is one or two things in your house or your home besides your wife, kids, and animals that if you had to leave right away, you would want to take with you? You wouldn't want to live without them.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Wow.
Why, Fred? It's got to be
Besides the
about
wife and
baseball
kids,
players.
right? What about
Yeah.
our, pet,
Like,
our
I
pets
said-
off the table
Yes,
too?
pets are off the table because you're going to go for them right away.
Okay.
Fred, it's the baseball cards.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of what I was going to say. But
Don't let everybody know what he's got.
I mean, that'd be tough between that and all my CDs and DVDs.
Oh yeah, because you can't stream anything these days, so you need to carry out, 600 CDs and 1,500
Fred's the
DVDs
guy
out.
walking around, look at my great beta collection.
Well, have to say I would take all my pictures because those can't be replaced.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got them in suitcases ready to go out the front door if I have to.
Yeah. I'd say
Fred, what
family.
would I say?
And probably my Bose stereo.
Probably that stupid fucking hat you got on, Rob.
No, there's one thing I would definitely leave. I'd take out of my house. Fred probably knows what they are. I think Fred would be the only one I could guess.
Your
The toy you brought at the last sex toy party?
Yeah,
your,
all my sex toys.
Oh, my toy box would have.
Besides that, that's replaceable, Tim.
Got the toy box.
it would have to be the paintings of the City Flats painting or whatever, all that
All
stuff.
the art, all my artwork.
all the
All
artwork.
my artwork. Yep. It'd be my artwork. Yep.
Yep.
Well, Mike's is going to be pretty simple.
Those
Yeah.
guitars.
Right behind him.
I figured
This
that.
one right here. I don't care about the other ones, but I like that one. So I don't really have anything. My pictures are in storage, so I don't have to move them out of the house. And I digitized most of them anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah, I can't think of too much.
Not that sectional.
No, no. The one I only have to end up spending $500 on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I get that out very quick. I could throw it over the balcony, but
Tammy,
Hey,
use your
Tammy,
legs.
catch it.
Use your
Tammy,
legs,
catch
Tammy.
Pivot.
yeah, put your hip into it.
Pivot. Pivot.
It's just 2 flights and a switchback.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah.
Here, catch this.
No, I mean, not like the guitars can't be replaced, but it would just, I mean, obviously I'd get my wife and the pets out first,
Well,
but
yes. That's why I said those are not included.
yeah.
Right. Yeah, I would definitely have to say my baseball card collection, or my card collection, I should say, because it's more than just
It's
baseball
more than
cards.
baseball, yeah.
Kim, what was
How's
yours?
Yeah, what about you, Tim?
I'd probably have to say
All his minor league memorabilia.
probably something like that, but I would have to grab my family pictures and my picture of my mom.
Well, it's a good one.
Because I know we have all my brothers, we have a picture of mom when she graduated her senior year. So it's really a nice picture. So that means a lot to us. So that's what I would probably grab.
Cool.
Thanks for bringing that up, Ruth, because I might have to go home and do that.
Hopefully the water level's not too bad, Rob.
Well,
Yeah,
hopefully everything's fine. I'll pray for you.
Right.
Okay, what was one or two of the funnest, the best parties you've been to
Ooh,
that you went to or you had yourself, besides like wedding receptions?
best parties. Oh man. Wow.
Besides
Rob,
wedding reception.
Ron Wesley's New Year's party. That was one.
Everybody enjoyed them.
Oh,
God,
yes, they did. Oh, I mean, you and I were crying. Hey, I love you, man. Happy New Year.
You were
What the hell?
crying?
We were hammered.
Fred always cries.
You were hammered, Fred?
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I don't believe
Yeah.
it. Crying and hammered doesn't
He's
sound
trying-
like Fred.
He's trying to
Yeah.
parties. How about Putty Gut Road Bridge parties? Oh,
Right.
I think she's looking for specific parties, not just
Okay.
general.
Kind of all blend
Okay, well,
together, though.
I will tell you that we had a Vegas party in our basement. Tim, you were there, weren't you?
Vegas party.
He wasn't
I mean-
invited, Fred.
No.
Oh, yeah, whatever. Fuck you.
Was it after Tim's wedding?
So I don't think you were there. I mean, we had karaoke, we had all the Vegas games out and everything. And if you ran out of money, you could go into one of those money blowing machines and grab all this extra
think I
money.
was there. I think I was there.
Yep, and that was a good time. We had a really good time that night.
Sounds like fun.
I think mine would have to be the time. And this is God, how many years ago was it, Freddie? We were at Ron's Roadhouse having a party, and that I walked up to that girl and grabbed the microphone from her. Remember? Yeah. Fred, get in there and sing. This lady sucks. Oh, that was not good.
I mean,
that was
after everybody got done, he's like going, "Let Fred sing.
let him
Let Fred
sing.
sing."
Shut up.
I'm
Get
like-
that
I'm like,
microphone out of there.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
That was a good time. I've had so many, Ruthie. I don't know.
I have two, but I
Oh,
can
yeah.
pinpoint them down to a couple that were like just the
Well-
best nights. It was everybody was fun. Everybody had a good time.
Let me hear one.
Well, my brother-in-law and some of his buddies started a band, and they decided they wanted to play for family and friends, but none of them had a big yard. Well, I have a good sized yard, 2.5 car garage that we
Okay.
can put all the food and stuff in. So I said, well, you guys can have it here if you want. You know, I'll invite my friends and you guys invite your family and friends, and we'll
Mhm.
just make it one big party. Well, the first year, well, how many showed up? 230, I think, throughout the day. Everybody brought a dish. We bought chicken. You know, we had a porta john because that was the guys. The women could use the house.
Yep.
We had everything in food you could think of. Drinks galore. There were some people there that didn't drink and was eating the drunken watermelon.
Oh Lord.
And let me tell you, there was 2/5 of vodka in there.
Oh boy.
And
Oh,
I
boy.
told her, I said, there's regular watermelon in the garage for the kids, because we had pools and everything for the kids too, sandboxes, whatever. And then we had my brother-in-law bought like $1,000 worth of freaking fireworks.
Holy
At
cow.
the end of the night, set them all off. And we had music blaring. They could hear us down by sunrise, the
Oh, my.
music.
Oh my, yes.
And we just partied all day and all night.
Oh.
It was a good time because everybody got along. Nobody was
Yeah.
crabby or, you know.
Yeah.
in
That's
me
always a
or
good
anything.
thing. That's
It was
always a
just
good
a
thing.
lot of fun.
I gotta mention the fact that when you said like 300 people, a party popped into my head in my property. when I built my house, we had the grass drags. I don't know if anybody ever came out in this group. Fred, did you come out to it one time?
Yep.
Oh yeah,
I
I
am-
was there.
I am telling, shut up, Rob. I am telling you, from my house, you come up the hill towards the house. Just past the house, it was full of vehicles, sleds running. Mr. Cottrell's flying over in his plane, taking pictures. There had to be, no lie, 450 to 500 people, and then everybody always had their drinks and brought stuff. We had the bonfire at the end of the night. Jamie's dad cooked, honest to God, 12 turkeys. We had 4 or 5 turkey fryers going. We cooked French fries. We had jungle juice going. We had Jello shots. We had, I mean, what an ultimate party. Went next door to my brother-in-law's, where we had everybody was cooking fries, grandma and grandpa. I mean, it was like, I see the old pictures now, now the Grammy and grandpa are gone. And boy, I tell you what a great time. You had all the relatives over, and most of them are gone now. And it's sad. That's probably one of the best, because we did it annually. And I tell you, that's gotta be mine right there.
Yeah. Rob, just to give you a visual, where Timmy's house is, right? To the left is where the track ended, was there, and then it went straight out. But on both sides, all the way out to the tree line, was
vehicles,
side by side, either vehicles and
trailers,
and their trailers. Flat. And I mean, we're talking like people were sponsored and all this stuff. And I mean, it was just flat out craziness.
I got a video or two. I'll have to dig it up when Rob comes to have a beer in the barn.
Yeah, definitely.
I will tell you another cool party. It was Madison's graduation party.
Woo!
Oh my God, that was a major. Kevin Frank did the DJing, and
how the roof didn't fall off that place.
Oh my God, poo. Everybody was poo. They had a lot of fun.
We might be having a party like that coming up here in the next couple of weeks.
Yep. We could do it. We could do it, Mike. I'll never
staying on property.
Mr. Pollock next door, he said my windows were shaking in my house. That's how he said the music was loud.
Well, see, what I did was I invited all the neighbors.
Blow your nose, Tim.
No, yeah, so you saved yourself from all the trouble.
You betcha. So I didn't have the hassle of cops showing up and shit. But we had people just pulling up, listening to music I never met before. Like, come on in, you can eat, drink, whatever. But yeah, there was about 250 throughout the day, coming and going. Met a lot of good people. Still friends to this day. We did it every year for like 5 years.
Yeah. But we did it until the barn obviously went up and screwed it all up. But it was so much fun. People look forward to it every year. I mean, there's people donating. I mean, everything, the track time and lights, and we had timers, and the police chief even showed up. The sheriff department pulled into the end and put his radar gun at the end and wanted to see how fast everybody was going.
Yeah,
it was crazy. It was a lot of fun, man.
Yep. I just thought of another awesome one too. Is we used to have what we called the Tiki Tour up here in Marysville. Anybody that had a tiki bar, everybody met at Phil Stocker's house. And
I went with you on one.
Yes,
I was up there. We did.
Yep. And you're on your bike, and you bike all over Marysville to all the different locations, and everybody's got different food, different drinks. And then of course one of the police chiefs were involved. So when we crossed the road, they had stopped the traffic for all the bikes to go through, and so you would go all the way through to everybody's place that had a tiki bar, and then we ended up back at Phil's house, and Jeff Bowman would be there and had a DJ playing, and it went on till whatever time, but it was a good time. Then it got too big, and then there was people were bringing people that were too young to drink, and we didn't want didn't want any trouble, so that kind of dissipated. But it was a great time though, man. It was a great time.
We all had
my nieces and nephews handing me their keys and pitching tents in our backyard. Just staying the night.
Yeah.
Liability is a big thing now.
Yeah, well, we don't have them anymore. We're too
Yeah.
old to party that much anymore.
Right.
Most I drank was uptown there for the Battle of the Bands in a long time.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. That was a good time the other weekend. So
Yes, it was.
Ruth, you got any more? Or was that your last one?
I think that was the last one. I got some facts about 69.
No.
1969.
Oh, let's hear them.
All right, let's see. The cost of a new house in 1969. Take a guess.
Cost of a new
$4,000.
house in 1969. The average cost of a new house.
18,000.
I'm going to say 39,000.
I'm gonna say 48,000.
$15,550.
Jimmy.
Take a guess how much rent was.
250.
300.
$64.
150.
No, 64.
69.
135.
Wow.
Oh, all right.
Gas was 35 cents a gallon.
Oh my gosh.
And the
Thanks,
average
Obama.
the average income was only $8,550
A year? My
a year.
God.
Can you imagine that? Go
No.
back then and make
Yeah.
what we make today would be great.
Right.
The number
Man.
one the number one song for 69 was Let the Sunshine In by the Fifth Dimensions.
The sunshine.
The number one
Tim.
single was
sings
Sugar
that song?
Sugar.
What's
What?
that?
Number one single was what?
Sugar, sugar.
Sugar
The
by the
Archies.
Archie's.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
Ooh, it's raining here, boy. It's raining.
I Can't Get Next to You by the Temptations.
Wow.
Let the Sunshine In Again. And Honky Tonk Woman by Rolling Stones.
Oh,
there you go.
Oh, Tim.
And then-
Badass.
Guess what was invented that year?
Pantyhose.
Birth
Nope.
control.
Pantyhose, pantyhose.
Helmet big enough to fit Tim's head.
Well, glue sticks, bubble wrap, and believe it or not, the internet.
Really?
Oh, yeah, Al Gore. Al
Al
Gore did
Gore,
it,
yeah.
yep.
we forgot.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He invented it. Interweb.
Him and Tommy Lee Jones in their dorm room in Tennessee.
Yeah.
And the number one TV shows, there was 4 of them. Anybody want to take a guess?
Brady Bunch.
Soul Train.
You're going back to
Gilligan-
69,
Gilligan's
Fred.
Island.
It started at
69.
69.
Number
Uh,
4,
Adam 12.
Dragnet.
Chips. Chip.
I never heard of the one.
Petticoat Junction.
I love that show, but no.
There's a little hotel called the Shady.
Yup, that's exactly
Give
how
us,
it went.
give us a hint, Ruthie. Give us a hint.
Petticoat Junction.
Well, okay,
Who's an
I
actor
never
or an
saw
Sonny,
this.
Sonny and Cher.
No,
Give us a hint.
Sanford and Son.
no. Well, 2 of them are like westerns.
Gunsmoke.
There you go. That's number
yeah,
2.
Gunsmoke.
Bonanza.
That's number
The
3.
Rifleman. Oh.
No, that Bonanza was number 3.
Okay.
Mayberry, I never heard of.
What about that?
Mayberry RFP. That's after
Yep.
after the
It's a
As a
spin-off of-
spin-off of
spin-off
Andy
of
Griffith
Andy
show.
Griffith.
show. Yeah.
Andy Griffith was on before 69.
Yeah.
Was it?
Oh yeah, the Andy Griffith show went from like 63 to 66, and then Mayberry RFP came after that.
Yes, I never heard of that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
And
he
the
was 8
number
before
one-
he was 7.
The number 1 was Roger and Martin's Laughing.
Oh,
Laughing?
laughing.
Oh,
Oh,
laughing. They had Goldie Hawn and everybody.
Goldie Hawn and Ruth Buzzy and
Yeah.
Artie
That's- That's the year
Johnson.
they were introduced in the show, the Johnny Cash show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So I thought that
Was
was
Tim
pretty cool,
Conway
Fred.
on Rowan and Martin's Laughing too, or
He
no?
might have been because he was also later on
Carol Burnett.
Carol Burnett.
Carol Burnett.
Carol
yeah.
Burnett show, man. Do you ever see some of that stuff they do?
I love
That-
Carol Burnett.
It's
It's
Oh,
hilarious.
hilarious.
Harvey Korman, Tim Conway.
Harvey
Yep.
Korman.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gets her.
Vicky
Hilarious.
Vicky Lawrence.
Well, we only had like 5 channels, so we had to watch whatever our parents watched. back
2,
then.
4, 7, 50, 62, 20.
Yeah,
Sometimes
50,
62.
62, and 20 was
Channel
great.
9.
Yeah, you had to like.
Channel 9, yep.
42.
Hockey night
Remember
again.
42. 42.
So whatever
CTV.
mom and dad put on in the living room is what we
Yeah.
watched.
20.
So we got the little black and white TVs, you know.
Do you know who the
Cable
Yeah, they
remote?
first
only got
came
3
out,
channels.
we would sit there and when cable first came out, we would turn the channel of the Playboy,
Squiggly
and
lines.
every
Yeah.
once in a
Oh, yeah.
while you catch
Yeah.
something.
Yep. We all
My
done it.
dad, my
Even the
dad
girls
sat,
did it.
my dad sat there mesmerized by it. I'm like,
Yeah,
what are
good
you
for-
doing? He's like, he goes, hey, sometimes it stops and you can see stuff.
Yeah.
You guys
All
have
right.
remotes for your TV back then? Did you have remotes?
No, we were the remote.
Yeah, we're the remotes.
Yeah.
Get up,
Yeah,
turn
but
it down. Get up,
When
turn it
cable
up.
came out, the Herald cable was the first remote we've ever had.
Yep.
My grandma had a remote, and it looked like a garage door opener. It was so click, 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 click. It was the first one I ever seen. And then that's when then when we started getting
What
well,
was
remember if you remember when you first had Comcast, it was that box and there was 3 little arrows things you had to move down, then you had to click the
Yep.
channel.
Yep.
The first remotes, if you ever see them on TV, they hit the button and the actual dial on the TV
Moves, yeah.
moved.
Get
Yeah.
moved.
Yeah. What was that Comcast? You had that cheater box that you could watch that stuff, and then whatever channel would funny thing was like channel 33 at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock would turn into the Playboy channel. And
When
if
we
you
lived
had
at the trailer court. they had
the
those.
cheater box, we had it at Jamie's mom's, and I come running and I go, your mother is watching a show on channel 33 and the Playboy channel is going to come on in like 2 minutes. So she was like, oh, let's see what happens. It popped on and it was pretty explicit. Jamie's mom's like,
Jamie's mom was like,
oh, it was bad. Janet was the
Yeah,
best.
it's like
Oh yeah, she said, "Oh my God, I can't believe that stuff's on TV." Blah blah blah. I go, Mom, I'm sorry. I was like, oh, because
Well,
you
remember. Well, you remember that channel 20, but I think at 8 o'clock at night turned into Pass TV
Mhm.
back in the day.
Yes.
Well, I know they all went off at midnight with the
they
national
played the
anthem, and
student- yeah, the
Yep.
national
Back in-
Hey, where were you when MTV came on? How about that one?
I was 13, living on Carroll Street at mom and dad's, and the first thing we saw was I saw a video of Bon Jovi singing "She Don't Know Me" on
Yeah.
MTV.
MTV, the first.
I saw the
were
very
you?
first video ever played, and
so
it
did
was
I.
Video
Killed the Radio
Radio
Star.
Star by the Buggles.
Yep, I was at Yvonne LaCroix's house in Marine City. Well, they lived in Pearl Street,
Yep.
right? And
Pearl Street.
that was where we were when MTV debuted that night. We watched it. That was
Yep,
cool.
And the first video was the Buggles. Video
I could-
killed the radio star.
I couldn't tell you, but that was pretty cool. That I didn't get to watch that shit at my house.
That's
but
when they used to play music instead of 24 hours of.
Oh God, I just wish it
ridiculousness.
would go back to that because it was so awesome back then.
It was good back in the day. It sucks
It was.
now.
It was cool.
But
was-
no, I wanted cable, and my dad said he wasn't paying for it, so I said I'll pay for it. So I babysat and I paid for it.
Cable guy.
Think about the
Yeah.
times
Oh,
back.
Billy!
You had one TV in the whole house.
When we
Oh.
were first growing up, yep, I didn't get a black and white small TV
I-
till I was like 10.
Yeah, I mean now you got TVs, flat screens in every goddamn room, and you
Every room.
got a phone.
Right.
You can watch anything you want on.
Yeah, my parents
That's
used to have a TV like if you open up both of our doors, it was like sitting there right in the corner, and they would be watching Mary Hartman, and
Oh,
Ben,
yeah.
and then Benny Hill and
Benny Hill.
Prisoner Cell Block H.
Oh, cell block age. Oh yeah.
And now we got these fancy computers we can watch stuff on. Damn.
Them fancy computers now, and I don't know what you do. You hit buttons and shit pops up.
We had that big TV in the front room, Freddie, and all I remember is that big wood table with them hard ass corners. We'd always be fucking around, fighting and pushing each other. And you'd hit your head or something on the damn corners of that table. That's all I remember.
Now that table is right here
Is it really?
with the baseball cards and then I made that we made that the girls and Nancy made that table.
I'm out, guys.
Is that Gage?
Boys calling. Great show.
Okay.
All right.
Peace
Bye,
out.
guys. It was fun.
Yeah, so, hey guys, just remember we are on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter,
Instagram.
Instagram. If you like the show, give us a thumbs up. Join in, get to subscribe to it. We are almost at the century mark. We'd love to be able to get there. Tell us what you think about the show. Hopefully you like it. Mike will have it downloaded to probably tonight or tomorrow, and I'll make sure that you guys know about it well in advance. So you guys have a great night, and have an awesome and safe Labor Day, boys and girls.
All you guys too. Have a good
All
one.
right. We'll see you.
Thanks,
Okay.
Ruth.
Bye.
Thanks.
Thanks, Ruth.
Peace. Peace,
Welcome.
peeps.
See you later.